Hello, everyone. It's a beautiful day here somewhere in the southwestern region of Nigeria, and I just have a feeling that somebody somewhere is breaking the bank to give their partner the best Valentine gift ever. Trust me, it's not like I'm beefing, but maybe all they'll get in return is an AI generated "Thank you, my love." Ouch. It's the intention that matters, right? I'm sure if I had a creative writer to help me craft a beautiful love letter and I prompted AI to write me one, even if the creative writer had used AI, the difference would be clear. You can actually place your bet and let's see how much you're willing to lose. Anyways, that brings me to today's topic. AI won't be the end of you. Fresh out of the oven this year is DeepSeek AI, and some designers are already worried that, what is my future like in the design ecosystem? Will AI replace us? Will AI take away our jobs? Yada, 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 yada. Every time I see these questions like this, when they pop up on my timeline, the usual response is no. And most people will give their reason as AI is designed to equip you as a designer and not replace you. Sam Altman told you that, Abby. Actually, it does not need to. It's visible to the blind man that AI cannot conduct contextual inquiry or empathize with your users. Even though I have a bias that Claude Sonnet actually has empathy, I think it makes things more relatable. That's me out of many people though. But here's what is actually happening on ground. Last month, on a discovery call I had with one of my clients, he was trying to explain to me how he wanted to do something, but he was struggling to define it properly. At that point, I was wondering how AI could have replaced me if even the project owner needs me not to just make design, but to understand his concepts and optimize his own scope to give him the best result. But the irony of it is that he wants the design to be ready in 2 weeks. You want the design to be ready in 2 weeks, and your brief is still under coming soon. That's even if he has one, because the person who is not articulate enough does not seem to probably understand fully what he's about to get into. But it's lucky I'm not one of those Lagos agents, because I would have just told him it will be ready tomorrow morning. Okay, but in real life situations, I actually like to always be the one who gives the client deadlines. I do not like to put myself under unnecessary pressure. And clients are mostly not always right. Yes, I think you guys will agree with me. Okay, after my own diluted trust with Control V over Control C, my next trust lies effectively in how I use AI tools to my advantage. It speeds up my workflow, delivering quality in a short period of time. But I'm seasoned enough to know when outputs do not align with business objectives or user needs. So riddle me this. Outputs from AI may be incorrect. It is usually written in most on most AI interfaces. So if you don't really have a knowledge about that particular stuff, how are you sure that the information it is giving you is correct or incorrect? So it means that you still need to be some sort of expert in your field before you can, trust the output it is giving you. So another day, another case, I decided to use ChatGPT to write some UX copy for a website landing page. Actually, it saves me a few hours. It helps me work very fast, but this is a big but. I had to rewrite the entire thing to actually match the brand voice and the local context of the people we are communicating with. And that's what nobody is talking about. Yes, AI can actually give you a starting point, but it does not understand that in Nigeria, we do not have enough data. And the average Nigerian is actually not so good with numbers. For example, I'll give you guys an example. In the recent this Temu buzz, Temu everywhere, Temu. I don't know if it has reduced though. Some people were victims. You see some people come online and said what they ordered versus what they got, and what they ordered was A, but what got to them was something of unexpected sizes. And even when the dimensions of these things were clearly stated in the product details page, Nigerians tend to overlook it. I don't know if it's pertaining to only Nigerians, but I think I can speak for Nigerians. So the average person does not know how far or how near 1 kilometer is, or how long or short 5 millimeter is. And these are day-to-day life issues that simple UX can actually solve if you communicate to these people in the local context that they actually understand. Maybe another day we'll talk about the preference of Nigerians using voice notes over actually typing. If you look deep, you would see that some Nigerians, even our parents, would rather send a voice note than actually type, especially when the chat starts to get longer. They start sending you voice note, or they just call you right away. So another important we can ask ourselves is, are there some things that AI can't do? I mean, there are a lot. At least as of the time this podcast is recorded, I don't think AI can sit with the market woman in Balogun and understand why she prefers cash for a certain amount of transactions. I don't think he can understand why the customer will queue for 30 minutes just because of 100 naira difference in product and does not want to buy with the other competitor because theirs is 100 naira more. So they rather queue for 30 minutes and buy it cheaper. That's funny though. It definitely cannot translate complex business requirements into simple, usable design. But hear me out. I'm not asking us to ditch AI, but I'm just saying we should see it differently. You can use ChatGPT to write user flows, generate quick wireframes, so you can show clients for early feedback. Some clients always like you to show them one or two things before you actually commence the real thing. So you guys, it's also good for you, so you guys know that, okay, we're on the same page and I'm doing what they actually want. So you see like a virtual PA, like your design assistant. So it can help you with the basic stuff. I know we don't like documentation, so all those basic documentation, AI can really pass for that, and you just move on to the next thing. Because the real value of a UX designer is not in Figma, it's not writing these user flows and all that. It is actually understanding people, knowing why they do what they do and why it matters. It is knowing why somebody in Ibadan uses a product differently than someone in Ikoyi. So it is making technology feel human, like connecting lives with technology. So my 2 portion of takeaway or rise or whatever I want to give you is that understand the fundamentals of your work, then learn to use the AI tools. First, don't cut corners. Understand the fundamentals of your work. And then you can now learn how to use the AI tools to speed things up, to make your work more effective and efficient. They are great for all this boring part of our job, so you can just use AI to just maneuver all those parts. But remember that your real value is in the human understanding, your experience, and your ability to connect this user needs and business objective is the main thing. And if you are being asked, like, if you use AI, tell them yes. Like, if some people are always shy to tell people, they don't want to come off as unintelligent or something. So when they ask them if they use AI, they try to shy away. Not lie. Now all of us, they use AI. So tell them yes, because you see a food processor and go ahead to pound yam with mortar and pestle. Well, maybe there's no light trap, but even though it's not the one that is going to make the food delicious. So, but deep down, I honestly wish AI could actually be the one doing the dishes, laundry, make my food, so I can just do what I love, which is understanding humans, solving their problems. And I know, even now, I know my job is not actually going anywhere. So that is going to be that on all we'll be discussing today. Let me know what you think about AI and the field you're in. So I remain my humble self, Mubarak Babajide. Enjoy the rest of your day and see you next week.